Whether you happen to be involved in a training class or you've been doing them so long, you're teaching them now. Motivation and reinforcement are no doubt a topic that come up often, and I'm ready to break that topic wide open. I'm Mike Quackenbush, this is Till We Make It, and today I want to talk about two topics that are closely intertwined. Those are motivation and reinforcement, and each come in at least two varieties. The two I wish to speak to today are positive and negative. Motivation is fleeting, and it is something that constantly needs to be renewed. And you can take one of two tacks if that's something you've got to introduce at your wrestling training facility. There is, of course, positive motivation, and that's when you emphasize the benefits of particular actions or behavior. And conversely, there's also negative motivation. That is when you emphasize the consequences of failing to act or other types of behavior. So, if upon hearing this you are wondering which of these two, positive motivation or negative motivation, is the more effective, well, academic studies on this very topic were conducted more than 70 years ago, and you know what they discovered? It turns out human beings respond best to a mixture of the two. Further studies on this topic show that environments that exclusively feature positive motivation or exclusively feature negative motivation get less results. A balance must be struck between the two. And how do you do that? By clearly defining what all the benefits and all the consequences will be. Keeping a student body motivated or your faculty motivated is a frequent topic for those that run professional wrestling schools the world over. But reinforcement is also something that permeates every group of trainees, no matter where they are from or how experienced they might be. And similarly, reinforcement falls into two bags. There's positive reinforcement and there is negative reinforcement. And it is on this topic I would like to offer you my own personal insight. I bet, for starters, you can already imagine what positive reinforcement sounds like. Picture this. Someone is in the ring in your training class and they are trying very hard to master a new technique, but the entire class has come to a screeching halt while they struggle to get it right. It's not unusual if someone in that class chooses to offer a bit of positive reinforcement for them to offer a statement like this: "Hey, you got this." However, you need to know that not all personality types respond to positive reinforcement. And I happen to know this because I am one of those personality types which does not respond to positive reinforcement whatsoever. It is quite rare these days that I get to enjoy the feeling of being a student once again. I often seek that out because I miss the opportunity to learn from others. Most days I am in the position of being a coach, trainer, or mentor to others. That means I am the one running the class as opposed to experiencing the class. And yet, even as a coach, when I hear positive reinforcement being offered in my classes, my blood does curdle a little bit at the intonation of, "You got this." That is because I don't respond to that at all. I can't stand it. It drives me up the wall. Every time I hear that, I turn my gaze and wish that I had heat vision to bore holes through whomever said it, because the only thing that gets me going is negative reinforcement. And I want you to know, if "you got this" works for you, great. It does for about half of human beings. And for the other half, negative motivation is what we require. And to me, that means I just need somebody to tell me what I can't do or assure me that I will fail. I need somebody to put their boot right on my throat and tell me, "You cannot stand up." And I assure you, I will. And I want to offer this to you, whether you are training right now to be a professional wrestler, you go back to a training center often so that you can enjoy being a student again, or you are called on to curate those classes as a coach. Remember, when it comes to motivation, a mixture of both positive motivation and negative motivation yields the best results. And to get that balance right, you must clearly define all the benefits and the consequences of any action or behavior. when your students need reinforcement, half of the people in the room will respond to positive reinforcement, and the other half, they need negative reinforcement to find the motivation to persevere and carry on. I hope that you found today's video to be useful. If so, won't you please subscribe to the channel and like this video while you're at it? And I'd like to know where you stand. Do you respond to positive reinforcement? Or do you need a little negative reinforcement to get yourself going? Let me know down below in the comments. I'll meet you down there in just a little bit. You keep on being awesome. I will keep on making the videos, and together we will keep on faking it.